Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to CCRL, High Point Racing Tier 1, as they will be taking on the 4.318 kilometer circuit with 3 DRS zones and 10 corners. They will be using the C3, C4, and C5 tire. And let's jump on board with who out front here we got. I'll be the go. As you will notice, everybody is also back in their F1 car. No more real world cars anymore. I'm going to bring up the standings real quick. After Spain last week, we got Sotsi at the top of the leaderboard with 136 points. Echo Alex in second with 94, Shankadelic in third with 81, Big Manry fourth with 72, 53 points for Castana, 42 points for Prime in sixth, Master OG with 37 points, Deco with 34 points in eighth, that Asian kid with 20 points in ninth, Like Me or Not with 18 points in 10th. That will be your top 10 in the standings currently. Mercedes for constructors are leading with 191 points. Alfa Romeo are the stake. Sauber team with 106 in second. Ferrari with 90 in third. Red Bull Racing in fourth with 85 points. Williams with 76 in fifth. McLaren with 42 points in sixth. Alpine Renault 7th with 22 points, Haas with 18 points, AlphaTauri with 9 points in 9th, and then Aston Martin with 8 points. As you can see, LB the GOAT sets provisional pole with a 105.2, and then immediately topped by Castana there for their opening laps here. Jump on board with Raptor here as he's making his way through Schlossgold of turn 4 and now heading towards Roch and down into turn 7. He's got a 45.5 through Worth curve and now heading towards turn 9, the penultimate corner of Rent, and then Red Bull Mobile race, Red Bull Mobile of turn 10 and heading towards the start finish line. What is he going to put down? A 105.983. Silos out on circuit off of turn 10, now heading towards the line. He's going to go a 105.4 up into the second row for the time being. Shankadelic is coming across the line as Big Manry sets a new provisional pole and of a 104.487. Shankadelic with a 105.1. Anime Boy making his way through Worth curve, heading towards turn 9 of Rent, and then into the final corner of turn 10. Off the exit, across the line, and he will go P10. But it looks like he is just starting a lap now. Right on board with him. Making his way down into turn 4. Off turn 8, now heading towards turn 9. Penultimate corner before he takes on the start-finish straight. Keeps it within track limits, heading right down to the line, and he's going to be a 105.8 for his first qualifying lap. Deco appears, or SP appears to be on a lap at the time being, coming across the line. And he's going to improve up into the front row, but immediately topped by Yo Prime there with a 104.7. Alan J is now making his way through Roch here for his first flying lap. It appears to be so. Is he going to be able to keep it within track limits all the way off the exit of turn 8? And he struggled once again, not able to put down a lap time. SP does not appear to be on a lap. Yo Prime looks to be out or starting another lap. Silos warming up those tires. Raptor KK looks like he might be going into pit lane. Like me or not, appears to be on a lap and making his way through Worth Curve. And now he's gonna make his way towards the penultimate corner of Rent in turn 9. To the line, improved nearly 0.6 of a second all the way up into the third row in that P5 position. Satsi is on a lap down in P15. Now he's making his run towards turn 4 of Schloss Gold. Big Manry improves his pole time to a 104.3. Through Roch, heading into Worth Curve now. We go on board with Satsi. 44.3 for his sector 2 split up the penultimate corner. And he invalidates there. So he's gonna go and regenerate that battery. Jump on board now with LB the Goat, who appears to not be on a lap. Alan J here making his way through sector 2, who's not on a lap, but Deco currently starting his lap. Nope, and he's not going to be. Manry's gonna dive into pit lane. Like me or not, is currently on a lap. It appears to be so, making his way into turn 4. Off the exit, he is going to keep it within the track limits. Beginning of sector 2. And making his way through turn 6. He gets really loose there off the exit of turn 6 through the split, and he's 0.4 down on his lap. So that definitely cost him some time there through sector 2. In turn 6. Castana is appearing to begin a lap now as he's making his way off the exit of turn 10, heading towards Nicky Lotta Curve in turn 1. Up the hill into the braking zone at about 100 meters all the way down into 4th gear, eases onto the power burning some battery as he's making his way. DRS flap wide open through sector 1 split. He is going to be a 16.305, 69 thousandths off of his time right now. Not gaining any time as he's coming down through sector 2, the beginning of sector 2 into turn 4 of Slosh Gold. Is he going to keep it within the limits? Yes, he does now, heading into 52% battery through sector 2. And is he going to improve here? He's still not improving, 65 thousandths down on his time through turn 8. Heading towards the penultimate corner of Rint, and Satsi jumps up on pole with a 103.870, but here comes Castana off the final corner. Barely keeps it within the track limit, burning the rest of the battery across the line. He gains a tenth on a time, and that puts him in the third row in that P6 position, 105.097. Shank is currently not on a lap, but it looks like he is up to a 104.6. Times are pretty close kind of here for the midfield in this 18-minute qualifying session. Osmanian Devil is starting in that P15 or P16 position. Might have made a mistake. See, it's not on a lap here. SP mowing some grass. We have about 5 minutes remaining in qualifying. Silos making his way off the penultimate corner, heading toward turn 10, and he dives into pit lane. Alan J appears to be on a lap. He's improved 73 thousandths of a second through sector 1. Not enough to get him up the table any further for the time being. Raptor is starting a lap, but let's jump on board with Alan J here as he's making his way through turn 4. Beginning of sector 2 into Roch. Turn 6, now he's going to come across the sector 2 split. He is a tenth and a half up on a time, still not enough to launch him into the P9 position. He's got to find some time here in sector 3, making his way out of Rint. Keeps it within the track limit down into 4th gear off the exit of Red Bull Mobile, and he comes across the line and he does improve up into the P8 position with a 105.102. Yo Prime is on a lap, 42 thousandths up on his time through sector 2, still not enough to jump him into that P3 spot, but he is going to dive into pit lane. Raptor off the exit of turn 10, coming to the start finish line, and he's gonna improve into the P11 position. And Asian Kid's looking like he actually jumped Raptor there and got up into P11. Silos out on an out lap currently. It looks like he might be the next one to start a quality lap to close out qualifying with 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here. Off the exit of turn 10, here comes Silos making his way up into turn 1 of Nicky Lotta Curve. He's going to keep it within the track limits off the exit, burning that ERS up towards Remus of turn 2 and turn 3. Comes across, he's improving 33 thousandths of a second Not enough to jump him into P5 quite yet, but a little bit more time here in Sector 2, and he could potentially have that. He's down to 10% ERS into Turn 4. As we making our way through Sector 2 here, through Turn 5, now into Roch's corner of Turn 6. Sector 2 split right in front of him. He's down a tenth on his time. He's got to improve a little bit, or he's up a tenth on his time. Making his way towards Rint, and then off the exit of the penultimate corner we go. Into the final corner and heading towards the start-finish line to be the first one out on their final flyer. 58,000 improvement, but not enough to move him up into that third row. Yo Prime is starting a lap. He's going to make his way out of the exit of Turn 1 up the hill towards Remus corner of Turn 2 and 3. Keep the car under control, burning the ERS. Got that DRS flap wide open, heading back down the hill. Into Turn 4 we go. Keeps it under control, a little bit of a right front lock up there in through the braking zone. Now through Turn 5. Sector 2 split. He's down 3/10 on his time, so he's not improving, unfortunately. Shankadelic is 25,000 down on his time. Next one up here is going to be Sotzi, looking to go to pole once again. Through Sector 2, Shankadelic comes. Big Manry beginning his last flying lap here of the qualifying session. 14 seconds until qualifying is over. And Sotzi is going to actually begin his last qualifying lap here. Manry up through Remus. He's 2.5 tenths down on his time, not improving. Shankadelic off the exit, 55,000 through Sector 2, comes across the line, 5,000 gain, but not enough to put him into the front row. Yo Prime invalidated through Sector 1. Silos here making his way through Sector 2, but let's jump on board. A 10th down on Big Manry and a 10th down on Sotzi. So is anybody going to get improvement? Is Big Manry going to challenge for that pole position off of the penultimate corner? Into Turn 10 we go. Off the exit, keeps it within the track limit and heading towards the start-finish line. Does he find time? And he's not able to find enough time to move himself up. Sotzi, he was 45,000 there, I believe, comes across and improves 2.5 tenths up to the 103.6 SP. And Silos did not complete another flying lap there to end out qualifying. And there you have it, folks. That is your qualifying here for the 36 laps around the Austrian Grand Prix of the Red Bull Ring. Sotzi on pole, Big Manry second, Shankadelic third, Castana fourth, and Yo Prime round out your top 5. Like me or not, FP, LB the GOAT, Silos, and Alan J are your top 10. Anime Boy, 11th, Manson Sim 12th, Asian Kip 13th, 14th, Raptor Deco in 15th, and Osmanian Devil is in 16th. Unfortunately, did not put a lap down there during qualifying. So it will be a few moments as everybody will be getting their tire strategies and fuel into play, and then we will get under green here just a few moments. as we have made our way out of the on a corner heading towards the line. Everybody is getting into their parking spot accordingly. Is waiting up on the back two to get into their spot, and then we will get the call for the lights. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and the lights are out, and away we go. And Shankadelic looks like he got a much better jump on Big Manry, but Big Manry's gonna hang it down into the inside, into turn one, nearly 3 wide, back in that P13 position. Castana is now gonna lose or fight with Shankadelic here as we're heading up into Remus, but it's actually Yo Prime and Castana. Prime around the outside, the Mercedes through the inside. As now we're heading down into turn 4. Satsi appears to have gotten out front early there on the start. Was able to get a good jump and maintain the lead up into turn 1. Castana is now trying to defend off Yo Prime's early press here on lap 1 through turn 6. Now into turn 7 of Worth Curve off the exit, making our way towards turn 9 of Rent. And now through Red Bull Mobile of turn 10, Satsi gonna come across the line to lead lap 1 with a 108.9. We did see everybody on the medium tire compound, the C4 compound, before the under formation lap. Satsi and Big Manry pulled a 1.2 second gap over Shankadelic. I'm not sure if Shank had a rough time through Nicky Lotta curve, but up through Remus we go. SP looking for a move on Like Me or Not through the inside, and he's up into that P8 position. Like Me or Not's gonna fall behind on the Ferrari. DRS is activated on this lap, as it is now after one lap here in F124, making our way through turn 6, and not a lot of action going on. Let's see if anybody's really moved. Top 5 stayed steady position wise, but then up 3 for Silos, up 1 for LB the Goat, down 3 for Like Me or Not, up 4 for Osmanian Devil into that P12 position. Manson Sim is up 1 here after the first 2 laps of the 36th lap Grand Prix. Big Manry with the fastest lap, but Castana down the inside of Shankadelic into Nicky Lotta curve. Shankadelic is going to fight him off. They're 2.5 seconds off the back of the leaders. Up into Remus, and here comes Joe Prime through the inside of Remus corner of turn 3. Off the exit, is he going to be able to hang on? DRS clapped wide open now, making a run down into turn 4. Big Manry fighting around the outside of Satsi here for the lead. But Yo Prime down through the inside of Shankadelic. He is going to be able to defend him off. Like Me or Not side by side with Allen. As we're making our way in through turn 6. The kickstart Sauber's going to try and hang it around the outside. A little bit contact with the Ferrari. Ferrari's now trying to defend off the Racing Bulls of Manson Sim as we're coming through into Rent corner, now down into a race of turn 1. Manry all over that rear diffuser of Satsi. 3/10 back here up the hill into turn 1. And he's going to continue to follow along, but he does have a good exit. DRS flap wide open up the hill once again into turn 3, but he is going to continue to follow along. Osmanian Devil looks like he's looking to make a 3 abreast move into turn 3 of Remus, and Osmanian Devil up into that PO in contact between Anime and Osmanian Devil. It looks like there will be a yellow flag here in Sector 1. Anime Boy has dropped down to the back of the field. Big Manry trying to fight around the outside of Sector 2. And is he going to keep it through Worth Curve? No, he's going to wisely choose to back out, but he goes for a switchback a little bit off the exit of turn 8. Heading towards Rink Corner. He's less than a 1/10 off that rear diffuser of Satsi, trying to push him into a mistake of his own. Osmanian Devil with a mistake is going to drop down into P16 off of turn 8. Shankadelic all over that rear diffuser of the Williams in front of him as he comes off the exit of turn 1. Nicky Lotta curve up the hill towards Remus of turn 2 and turn 3. Is he going to be attempting to make a move here? No, he's not. Just going to follow along here through turn 3. Everybody is getting through nice and smoothly. No problems whatsoever. Like me or not, makes the move into 10th place on our Manson Sim. And back up to the front 2 here. Sotsi's holding on to Big Manry through turn 4 as they're now making their way through 6 and 7. Off the exit of Rint, and Manry's going to get the DRS on Sotsi once again. Is he going to continue to keep his pressure on by following him? And meanwhile, Prime and Shankadelic. Shankadelic got a great exit off of turn 10 down the inside with the DRS flap wide open, but was not able to make a move. Like me or not, make a mistake off of Red Bull Mobile of turn 10. Trying to let traffic through here as he's now looking to get back under green there. Big Manry challenged around the outside on Sots. He was able to jump back into the lead. Castana here up into Rio Prime, hanging on to that P3 position, nearly side by side for 2 rows down into turn 4. And it looks like Shank down to the inside of the Mercedes on Castana. Off the exit of 4, heading towards turn 6 and 7. Making our way through Roch Curve. Now into Worth Curve, and you've got the Haas all over the rear diffuser of that Red Bull as they make their way through Sector 2, or Sector 3 now, into the penultimate corner. Sotsi 3/10 back from Big Manry. Is he going to be looking to make that move up into turn 1? I don't think he's looking to challenge, but Castana's going to challenge the Williams down the inside here, up the hill into Nicky Lotta curve. He is going to overtake and jump into that P3 position. Prime with a mistake off the exit and gets a 3-second penalty. Obi the Goat goes down around the inside into Remus on the Haas, and he goes a little deep and he makes contact with Joe Prime in the braking zone, and he's gonna put him around there off of Remus. Very unfortunate, but Big Manry, and that allows Silos to challenge for that P3 position, and he's going to be up into 3rd place on Castana here in the Mercedes. Manry and Sotsi are still going at it. Osmanian and Devil still down in P16 with a struggle. No front wing here on this Red Bull. Probably going to be pitting to get off of those medium tires and onto a new front wing as well. Manry trying to challenge up into turn 1. He's going to continue to follow behind off the exit of turn 1. And now heading up the hill towards Remus of turn 3. Is he going to go for a challenge here down the inside? Yes, into the braking zone side by side. And it looks like Manry's going to attempt a better exit. Sotsi was looking for a little bit of a switchback. He's not going to complete that move. Castana LNJ through Remus side by side. Looks like LNJ was able to overtake. Sotsi goes back through the inside on Manry through turn 4. And now Manry looking to go back around the outside here through 6, but he's not going to get there. Castana struggling with LB the Goat. LB the Goat now in the Racing Bulls machine. Is looking to put some pressure on the Mercedes in front of him. Manry here, less than a tenth off the back of Sotsi through turn 9. Shankadelic looking to make a move. It'll look like the Racing Bulls machine made a mistake, and off the circuit he goes, dropping down through the order into P11. Manry off the exit of Nicky Lotta curve and going up the hill. He got that DRS fly wide open around through the inside, and he's going to overtake into the braking zone on Sotsi, and now regains the lead, but Sotsi likes to challenge him here down into turn 4 every time. Here comes the Mercedes. The Ferrari's looking to defend down into turn 4. Softy nearly down through the inside. Anime Boy has left the session. I gotta invite him back in. As Softy was not able to put the attack on Manry there down into turn 4, but CeeLo still hanging on to that P3 position with Allen behind him in 4th. Shankadelic in 5th, and Castana in 6th place. That's your first kind of train going on there. Then you got another one between 7th and 10th. Deco with a 3-second time penalty. That's going to be Prime, Asian Kid, SP, and Manson Sim in that train. Raptor is trying to fight and hang on, or catch up at least to the back of the train in front. Sotsy and Manry side by side through Remus. Manry's gonna hang it around the outside, and Sotsy's got the DRS flap wide open, but is he gonna attempt that move down into Schloss Gold? Trying around the outside, Manry's gonna lock up through the inside. A little bit of switchback from Sotsy as they make their way out of the exit of 5 and into turn 6. And now Sotsy has regained the lead. LB the Go has left the session. I can't find him. Oh, LB the Go has DNF'd. Unfortunately, his retired in pit lane, it appears to be so. Or he actually might have retired on circuit there. Not exactly sure if that was him or, yeah, that was LB the Go. Maybe, no, maybe ours, and I don't know what's going on here. But in the meantime, Manry is looking to challenge on Sotsy, the Mercedes, down into turn 4. And Manry is going to regain the lead here on lap 11. They're fighting pretty hard, but they have the space and distance to do so. CeeLo's through the inside of Shankadelic into turn 4, and it looks like the Haas will now be back into that P3 position. Prime, Asian Kid, and SP all holding steady here. The Alpine looking for double points so far. I believe they are the only team here. Oh no, we got the Mercedes team as well with 2 cars inside the top 10. Castana was able to get by Shankadelic off the exit of turn 8. Sotsy following the Ferrari up into turn 1 of Nicky Lotta curb off the exit. DRS flap wide open. Not exactly sure what you got battery wise, but let's see what Manry might have. I can't see his either as we make our way off the exit of turn 3 of Remus, now heading down towards turn 4 of Schloss Gold. Manry down through the inside with the DRS flap wide open, regains the lead on lap 12. They're doing more teamwork to extend their gap. CeeLo's in P3, trying to break the 1 second gap to Castana behind him. Prime was looking to make a move on Asian Kid through turn 4, but he is going to fall back into that P8 position. On lap 12, Manry, your Ferrari, is currently leading here at the Red Bull Ring. Shankadelic looking to make a move down the inside of one of the Green Goblins, Alan J there. Might have been a little bit of contact to force the kickstart Sauber off the circuit, but now they're going to swap positions as they go up the hill into Remus. Not exactly sure what that was for. Prime is going to make his way by Asian Kid. And it looks like Sotsy has regained the lead on Manry, but Manry looking for a switchback through turn 5. And he's going to fall right back behind SP, is going to retire in pit lane. Asian Kid down through the inside of Prime into turn 4, and he's up into that P7 spot. So after 13 laps before pit stop start, you got Silos up 6, 3/10 out in front of Shankadelic, trying to break the DRS to Castana. Alan J up 4, Asian Kid up 6, Raptor up 5, Deco up 5, and Oz up 2. But now Alan J is going to dive into pit lane. He's going to be the first one into pit lane. Asian Kid up 7. But now Alan J, first one into pit lane. What is he probably going to come out with on the hards? As Manry is still following nice and closely behind Satsi down through the inside into turn 4 through the braking zone, up 8.3 seconds on Castana. Castana just being able to play defense and fight with Silos a little bit is going to benefit him. Our Manson Sim is going to retire. And I'm wondering if that one is on circuit, and it appears to be so. Yes, he retires on circuit or in pit lane. But in the meantime, Satsi here still 2 seconds back from, or 2/10 back from Big Manry. 8 seconds in front of his teammate. These guys, if they wanted, could double stack and still play out perfectly. Satsi through the inside of turn 2 up into Remus corner, and no, he's actually going to back out. Actually goes for a late move, or maybe potentially on Manry, and he's going to be into the lead once again. Manry didn't get a very good exit there off the exit of... Oh, Manry retired from session. What happened? Not exactly sure what just happened there. Yeah, not exactly sure what just transpired with Big Manry here on lap 15. But all of a sudden just randomly disappeared and car retired. And so now you got a 1-2 Mercedes with Silos in P3, Shank in that P4 position. And really your only big battles here is going to be for the podium positions between the Mercedes of Castana, the Haas of Silos, and the Red Bull of Shankadelic. But the Haas of the Silos was looking down the inside of Remus, not able to overtake Castana there. Alan J here making his way through the exit of turn 3, and now Alan J into the P8 position. Castana dived into pit lane. Does Silos follow? Yes, Shankadelic as well. So your 3 out of 4 all dive in. Asian Kid's gonna dive into pit lane. Raptor's also going in. Deco gonna follow right in behind him. Alan J fighting alongside. He's gonna extend on his mediums along with Yo Prime. But now the pit stops have begun here on lap 17. Off the exit, the Mercedes is with Silos right behind him. And it looks like Prime is gonna be separating Silos from Asian Kid, or Alan J, I believe. And this is going to be very interesting. Silos looking to he advanced into that P3 position. Now the question is Alan J and Prime going to be able to chase him down 1.8 seconds back? Did Thopsy go in? No, Thopsy decided to stay out on his medium. So I'm pretty sure everybody is going to be on a set of fresh hards. Absolutely, Osmanian Devil there on a set of mediums. After pit stops, very interesting here. Kristana up 2, Silos up 6, Prime up 1, LNJ up 5, Asian Kid up 7, Raptor up 6, and Deco up 6. So a lot of forward changes here. Everybody moving forward. Shankadelic down 4 and Like Me or Not down 4. Prime is looking to chase down the Haas of Silos here as they're making their way through turn 10. Up into turn 1, 19 laps of just green flag racing. Prime 9/10 back of Silos through Remus, and he is starting to close up to him. He does have the DRS advantage down into turn 4, but he's not going to be close enough to make a move here in through turn 4, continuing to follow along. This might allow Alan J to catch up potentially here as he makes his way off the exit of 4. Asian Kid behind him about 3.8 seconds back. And Prime is now on that rear diffuser of the Haas in front as they're now working towards the penultimate corner of Brent. And in through the penultimate corner, and now DRS slot's going to open up for Prime up into turn 1. Nicky Lotta curve. Is he going to be able to make a move? He's going to continue to follow along and take that strong DRS up into Remus here of turn 3. Not the best of exits for him, and it looks like he's going to continue to follow along behind the Haas in front. Thopsy still has not boxed here on his 20-lap-old mediums off the exit of turn 9, and it looks like he's going to dive into pit lane. Will he come out in front of his teammate? That is the question. And what tires is he going to be putting on? He goes to the white wall hard tires. Kristanov off the final corner of turn 10. And it looks like Thopsy will come out in front of him through turn 1, and yes, 3-second gap separating the two Mercedes. Prime still fighting with Silos. He does have a time penalty, so the question is, does he want to pass and extend out to 3 seconds? And as I say, that's up into the braking zone of Remus, and it looks like Yo Prime into that P3 position. But the Haas is going to have that DRS down through the inside, and he's going to overtake back into P3, but a switchback from Prime is going to regain into that P3 position. So a little bit of fighting going on between the Williams and the Haas here on lap 21. And I think the Williams is trying to extend a 3-second gap here on the Silos behind to see if he can break that penalty he has. Alan J is still 3 seconds off the back of the Haas. Asian Kid 3 seconds off of him. Silos hanging in that P4 position, looking 6/10 back. Using the DRS to see if he can get a run up into Remus corner, and it doesn't look like he's going to have a strong enough run to go for that move. And through Remus now, heading towards turn 4 with about 15 laps to go, 14 and a half laps to go. Your leaders, 1-2 Mercedes, 3-second gap separating them. Prime 4.6 seconds back, and then Silos fighting nice and closely with the Williams in front in P4. Alan J 3.8 back from Silos with Asian Kid 2.7 off the back of Alan there. So not really much going on. Stopsy with the fastest lap of a 106 flat here on lap 23. Still a much fresher set of hard tires than everybody else here on the grid. Making our way in through turn 1 once again. DRS flap wide open, 3/10 back from the Williams in front. He's going to pull right up to the rear diffuser to the left side into the braking zone. And Prime is not going to fight that all too hard here as he comes off the exit. He's going to get the DRS down into turn 4. But we're riding nice and closely here, 10th and a half back. He's not going to look to make the move off the exit of turn 4, heading towards turn 6 of Roch. And he's still got a fight here for that final podium position, as Prime is going to have to extend a 3-second gap here if he wants it from Silos in front. Shankadelic had caught up to the back of that Asian Kid here on lap 24. He's looking to fight him for that P6 position into Rint, the penultimate corner off the exit, and now through the final corner of turn 10. DRS flap wide open, going to continue to close under 7/10. Will he be looking to make a move up into Remus off the exit of turn 1? Prime and Silos swap positions into Remus there. With Shankadelic here in the Red Bull, pulls to the left-hand side of the Alpine in front, side by side through Remus corner. A little bit of a squeeze, but the Alpine's going to come out on top. However, Shankadelic does get the DRS from turn 3 down the hill into turn 4. And Asian Kid was trying to fight it through the inside, was not able to give any defense there. Falls down into P7. Silos half a second off the back of Prime. Is saving that battery along with Joe Prime. He's about down to 50%, I'd say, maybe 40% there. Can't really see Castanos or Sopsy, but Shank is down less than 10%. Silos or Asian Kid at about 30 to 40%. Is Silos gonna make a move here up into Remus on Prime? No, he's not. He's gonna continue to fall behind, and through Remus we go. No move made there. Asian Kid and Shankadelic had caught up to the rear diffuser of Alan J in front. Silos looking to make a move around the outside of Slush Gold, and he's now into that P4 position, or back into that final podium position without a penalty off the exit of turn 4. Shankadelic is caught up to Alan J, showing he's got a little bit pace here on lap 25 in the hard tires. Joe Prime still, he is now 2.5 tenths off the exit of turn 10 we go. Gonna open up that DRS flap as we make a run up into Niki Lauda curve into the braking zone. They're still single one by one out through turn 1, heading up towards Remus, and we got Yo Prime around the outside through the inside of turn 2. Now the outside into the braking zone on the racing line, as Yo Prime did not try to fight that. Shankadelic is going to overtake Alan J into Remus, and now Alan J into P6, Shankadelic up into 5th. Silos around the outside of Yo Prime through turn 4 of Schloss Gold here. We've got a couple fights going on lap 26 of 36. Alan J is sitting within 3/10 of the Red Bull in front, and Prime is still on that rear diffuser of the Haas in front of him. Through the final corner, heading towards Niki Lauda curve to begin lap 27 of 36. 10 laps to go here at the Red Bull Ring. It's been 27 green flag laps, and not a single car has really had many big mistakes. As you can see, we've had 4 DNFs, a technical issue. 4 Manry dropped him as a DNF. I'm not exactly sure how that would be played. But Alan J here off the exit of turn 3 there. Got the DRS on Shankadelic in front for the battle to be inside the top 5. But Alan J does have a 3-second time penalty as well. So if anything, he is going to be looking to make the move and get ahead. Still a 1-2 here for your Mercedes with Softy in the lead. Castana in second. 6.6 seconds back. Silo's 6.5 behind him, but he's got the Williams of Prime challenging him off of Red Bull Mobile of turn 10. Is he going to be looking to make a move into Niki Lauda curve? He is not. So we are going to begin off the exit of turn 1, heading towards turn 2. Into turn 3, he goes to the right hand side of Silos, but decides not to make that move. Osmanian Devil is going to retire, and it looks like he makes a mistake off the exit of turn 1, and that it will bring out a safety car here on lap 28 of 36. So it looks like Sopsy's going to dive into pit lane, potentially go for a set of soft tires, and his teammate of Castana is going to fall right behind him, but a big enough gap to double stack there on the 2 Mercedes. Will Silos go? No. Or maybe he does. Yes, he dives in. Prime's going to follow him behind. So let's check out what tires the Mercedes team are going with here on lap 29. He's coming out of pit lane on a set of the C5 compound red wall soft tires in the lead. Castana is not going to have to worry about any double stacking of losing a position. Silos in 3rd, Prime in 4th. Alan J and Shankadelic here. Shankadelic going to come out in 5th with Alan J coming out in that P6 position. Asian Kid goes into pit lane. Aston Martin of Raptor also in pit lane. Deco making his way through pit lane to get off those white wall tires, like me or not. On the mediums, not exactly sure what his plan is. And then Anime Boy down in the P11 position. So we are going to catch up to the safety car, and then it might be like a lap or 2 here before we get back to green flag.
you